You have a big show coming up. This is a very unique show that you guys are putting on here in Cleveland, Ohio, October 28th. I know Rich is excited for this.
You have this show coming up on October 28th. This is a stacked card. If you were to say to somebody, hey, besides the whole show, watch these couple of matches and you'll get the perfect idea of what NWA is all about, like, what would you say?
Right now, for somebody just coming in who hasn't been watching or hasn't watched at all, I think I look at Southern Six, which is a faction with Thrill Billy, but he's the national champ, so he has a match against a Chris Adonis Masters, and then the other two guys in the faction who are Kerry Morton, son of Ricky, and Alex Taylor, who's a fantastic cruiserweight, kind of in the mold of a Tully Blanchard. They're facing the Headbangers. That's the type of thing where it's like, it's that little bit of that ECW vibe, right? It's like you got a hot faction, and then you got the legendary team coming in from the outside, and they're gonna get it on. That's like, if that's old school wrestling, well, I'm a fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be ballet, and it doesn't have to be rocket science. It's like, you want to watch some really good professional tag team wrestling. If you don't think Ricky Morton doesn't know tag team wrestling, Kerry's been trained in that thing. And if you think the Headbangers come in, don't know how to work a tag team match, well, that's what we're trying to do. Now, is it the 5-star thing that some people go crazy for? I'm going to take a guess. It's probably not going to be. It might be, but that's not exactly what we're really after. We're interested in telling a good story. And so if you're a fan of that, and you want to watch high quality professional wrestling with a bit of a story and some character and some good fun, okay, but that's what we do. What else would I look at? I think I think this is a fun one. We got the world title match, which is a BFT, Blunt Force Trauma, managed by Aaron Stevens, who's now fully a manager, and of course everybody knows him as Sandow. He's fantastic as a manager. I mean, he's basically a new generation Bobby Heenan. The minute he got that thing over, I signed him up to a long contract because I was like, I don't want somebody stealing you away. This is too good. So he's managing BFT, who are pretty rough and tumble in that old school classic style. And they're up against Knox and Murdoch, about 650, 700 pounds of men. Both of them over 6'5", 6'6". And by the way, what's the stip on the match for Sawin? Knights of the Round Table match. You must go through a round table to win this match. And let's just say that this match might steal the show. So that's kind of sort of voices what the NWA is after. Now, the main event, Thom Latimer, incredible professional wrestler, has been very open and honest about his troubles in life, has really gotten his life together since he's married his wife, Camille, who'll be in his corner for the match. If you remember, she was the insurance policy for Nick Aldis when he was the champion before he became a wrestler for the NWA. She's gone back to the role for this match to protect her husband's interests, and she's up against EC3 in his hometown with the 10 pounds of gold on his shoulder. If you don't like what I just said, then the NWA is probably not for you.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as like a poke in the chest, right? I'm saying that's what we do. We're tough, we're physical, we tell good stories. And of course we have those moments where, you might say, well, that was a 4 or 5 or 7-star match, but that's not really the business that we're in. We're in the business of being a professional wrestling company that can operate at the highest levels and do network deals. So if that's not for you, or that's not something that interests you, we respect and appreciate that. But we are very open about that's what we're after.
When I had asked, this roster stack, and I love the, and again, this is a great representation of professional wrestling. You have a top tier main event. You have ICP on a card. You have Vampiro. There's so much for everybody. If you enjoyed these videos, hit the subscribe button and follow us everywhere podcasts are available.